100%. I'd like to point out that through a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, the city obtained a grant that paid for half of that building by way of keeping your taxes down. And I'd also like to speak a little plainer than Brian did. Brian designed that building, Brian Bond, and that's a beautiful edifice. I love to go in there, especially when the sun's coming through those high windows. So thank you, Brian.
Reed Mackley.
This is one of those situations where I'm different. I believe that the Senior Citizen Center should be self-sustaining. I believe that they'll have more self-respect and it can be easily done. It's not that big a burden. So I believe the Senior Citizen Center should continue under the condition that it becomes self-sustaining, which I think it can be.
Thank you, Reed. Let's go to another question now. 2 minutes limit on this question. What is your opinion on keeping North Ogden a bedroom community? Let's start things off with Brent Taylor.
Okay, I've got this question from a lot of people when I've been out visiting, and it's been fun visiting with folks. I should say, by the way, I have been bitten by 2 dogs on the campaign trails this year, so I'm still going. I can show you the cut on my leg. It's still there, one of them, and but I just like getting out there and visiting with you, and I really want to be your representative, so even if I get a few more dog bites, I'll still be out there. Yes, absolutely. I'd like to see North Ogden stay a bedroom community in the residential areas. The business district along Washington, we don't have a big one, but we do have one. It's almost a mile long along Washington. In my mind, should look like a thriving commercial area with beautiful, well-kept businesses, and that is not going to negatively affect the residential neighborhoods, the bedroom community aspect. By them being able to have a little bit bigger signs so they can be seen and be more successful, that's not hurting me. I live just on the other side of Washington, less than half a mile away, but I can't hear them, I can't see them. There's trees between us, there's other houses. So absolutely, we want to keep the residential areas beautiful and residential only. But I think in the commercial area, if we plan it and continue the wisdom that's already been laid by commissions and councils before us, they were able to develop that zone commercially and have kind of the best of both worlds.
Thank you, Brent. Let's go to Wade Bigler.
Thank you. I love our city and the way it is. It's wonderful, but there will be growth with individuals and families and with business. That's the reality. And as I've said, and I'm going to be short, and so you may feel like clapping, but don't. Okay, I'm going to be very short on this because I think it's already been covered. I think, you know, I was sitting there thinking when he asked that question, with my own family, my wife and I, we try to balance things out. And we don't try to be extreme with things, and I think with this bedroom community, like I said before, with wisdom, and common sense and thinking about how it affects each individual and every family in this city, I really believe that we can have that balance to maintain this awesome atmosphere we have and still have that growth that we need to help us with our tax base and so forth.
Thank you, Wade. Let's go now to Brian Bott.
Thank you. I concur with what Wade and Brent have already said. I love the community. I love the way that it has been planned. I'll go back to the planning issue. Zoning is in place that will guarantee us that we will keep the bedroom community. We have a commercial district, and outside that commercial district, we have residential neighborhoods. And so I think that we will have that opportunity to continue in the environment that we've become accustomed to and that we enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go now to Nick McIntosh.
All right, I think just about everybody moved out to North Ogden because it is a bedroom community. I don't know anybody who moved out here for the wild nightlife that we have. But we're really unique. We got the lovely Ben Lomond Mountains protecting us on the north, so we don't have the through traffic. But a lot of it comes down to proper planning. We've done the city's done a great job of it. There's parks that throughout the city that the kids can go to, usually less than a mile from most houses. I don't know any place in the city where you'd have to go more than a mile to get to a park. That's great for the kids in this great area to grow up in. And I definitely do the best, and it comes down to proper planning for the future, because we are going to have a lot of growth. Keeps commercial in the commercial areas, residential in the residential areas.
All right, let's go to the mayor's race now. Again, the question, what is your opinion on keeping North Ogden a bedroom community? Reed Mackley.
I'm not sure who gave that question, what their definition for bedroom community is, but that would be contradictory to what we've been saying all night, that we would be business friendly. If that's what they mean by bedroom community, that we don't have any commercial area, I mean, that's contradictory. Everybody's got enough sense to know we've got to be balanced. We've got to make it possible to have all of the aspects of a society. Bedroom community, or maybe what they mean by that is a tranquil, peaceful city. Of course we want that. But I'm not sure what personally means when they say bedroom community. If they mean no commercial, then I say I wouldn't go along with that.
Thank you, Reed. Richard Harris.
Well, I can agree with most of what everybody said. There's no question that our community will remain residential in nature for most of the area of the community. And so if you want to define that as a bedroom community, yes, we will maintain a bedroom community. Again, through our general plan, which has been worked on over the years by a lot of different people, our general plan provides for a business district along Washington Boulevard to go no higher than Lowman View Drive. That's where our business will be developed. Everything else will be residential or bedroom, if you will. And I think that's always been our intent. That's why you don't see 7-Elevens on neighborhood corners and those kind of things. We've never intended for that to happen, and we don't want it to happen. We want our residential areas to remain residential. We want our business area to be a thriving, inviting place for people to come, and we want those things to continue into the future.
Thank you, Richard. Our next question will be a 2-minute answered question. What philosophy will you have toward further commercial and residential development in North Ogden? And let's start things off with Wade Baylor.
You're really going to clap for me this time. That's a great question, but I, with all due respect, I think that's been covered